I'm interested in your views, broadly about the state of politics in this country and globally at the moment. What's your view on the state of politics generally, the type of discourse we're having and where it's heading?
Well, I've been watching politics pretty closely for the best part of 40 years now. And I reckon that here in Australia we had a bit of a golden age from the beginning of the Hawke government through until the end of the Howard government. I think that Hawke was probably, definitely the best peacetime Labor Prime Minister, probably the best Labor Prime Minister ever. The Hawke government had some very big figures in it. And then I think there's no doubt that the Howard government was a really outstanding government. Again, big figures in it. So we had 25 pretty good years as a country. And under Hawke and then under Howard, we significantly reformed and improved our economy. We managed to substantially increase our population while at the same time maintaining and I think probably increasing social cohesion. So they were good years. I think the years since have been disappointing. I think the quality of our public life has deteriorated. And certainly if you look at the quality of the people on the front benches of both sides of Parliament and compare it with the quality of the front benches in the Hawke and Howard times, I think you'd have to say that there hasn't been an improvement. In fact, the opposite is the case.
So what's caused that?
I think there are a lot of factors. I think that as a calling, public life is not as respected as it once was. I think part of the problem is that social media has made public life harder. The 24/7 news cycle has made public life harder. I think that the political discourse has become more fragmented and polarised, again in part the result of social media and the fact that people are not getting their information from newspapers and television stations. They're now getting it increasingly from a curated social media feed, which can often mean that people live in self-reinforcing echo chambers on both sides of the fence. I think this has all contributed. The fact that so many people in Parliament today on both sides are basically from an apparatchik class. Too many of them have spent almost all of their lives inside a political bubble. I don't think any of this helps. But look, what we should be doing is not lamenting the world, but try to improve it. One of the reasons why I still try to be as active as I can be in public life, admittedly from a somewhat more remote vantage point than once, is because I still want to make a difference. I still feel very deeply that we should be there to make things better as far as we can. And Alex, you certainly have been very forthright in speaking out. You haven't let the desire for promotion, preferment, get in the way of speaking your mind. And frankly, from all points of view, we need people to be prepared to speak their mind. And yes, we should try to be polite, we should try to be respectful, but in the end, we will only advance if people are prepared to speak the truth as they see it. And we look at each one's perceptions about the truth, and that way our understanding advances and we go forward.